Hello everybody and welcome back. So in today's video, I wanted to create a look with summer in mind. I want to have a really nice natural looking base that's still perfected and that will last in the summer heat. But I also wanted to incorporate kind of a trendier eye. I've been enjoying sketching on my eyes. So I'm going to show you how I go about doing that. But before we get into the makeup, today's video is kindly sponsored by Belif. I'm going to be demoing and talking to you about their new The True Cream Aqua Sunscreen, which is an SPF 50, but more on this in a second. So before we do that, I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. So this has actually been my SPF of choice recently, so I was really excited to see that they wanted to sponsor a video of mine. This is a really unique sunscreen because it's actually a moisturizer and SPF in one, so you don't need to go in with a morning moisturizer if you don't want to. It's a really nice, lightweight, hydrating SPF. It's going to leave your skin looking naturally glowy, but it's not going to make you feel greasy or heavy throughout the day. It's super lightweight. And another favorite thing of mine is that it has no white cast and it just applies like a moisturizer. A huge plus for me as well is that it doesn't break me out, nor does it smell like an SPF. And I know many of us already know this, but applying your SPF should be the last step in your morning skincare routine. Also make sure to hit your ears and your neck. I usually do this before applying jewelry, but just for the video's vibes, I'm doing it after. And also you're supposed to reapply your SPF every 2 hours. Do I do that? Well, no. But do as I say, not as I do. I need to get better at that this summer. Another thing I really enjoy about this SPF is it has a really easy removal. Like when you're washing your face at the end of the day, I don't feel like that waxiness that some SPFs have. It just like slips off. And because I said it doesn't break me out, you're probably like, what are those two things on your nose? And I actually did that to myself when I was watching Game 7 of the Calgary Flames versus the Dallas Stars. I was so extremely stressed out watching that hockey game. It was so intense that I was just like picking at my nose without even noticing, just as a super stressed out thing. And yeah, destroying my face for the week. But my team won, so it's all good. So if you're familiar with the Belif Aqua Bomb, this is actually born from that formula. So it feels just like that one, but it protects you from harmful UV rays. I will have a link to this product in the description, so please check that out if you're interested in this. So for my foundation, or tinted moisturizer rather, I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer in the shade 20W. I'm just gonna be applying that with my MAC 170 brush. I like to apply this product best with a brush. I feel like it goes on a lot more even, and I just prefer using tools over my fingers. Now to conceal, I'm going to be using my NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I use the shade Beige. I'm wondering if this is going to be a little dark in comparison to my base. I didn't realize how fast my self-tan faded. I think that's fine. I feel like this will suit this product really nicely. It has the same kind of finish. And I've been loving this concealer. It's like magic for my under eyes. It just like smooths them out. I always make sure to bring this up in this section right here because I do have some darkness, or it's just a little bit more blue in comparison. I'm gonna hide my playoff stress. And to set areas of my face as well as my under eyes, I'm going to be using my Poor Little Broken e.l.f. finishing powder. This stuff is quickly becoming one of my favorites. I've been reaching for it a lot. Sometimes when I use other ones, I feel like I miss this one. It's a really great powder for everywhere. I really like it under the eyes. It blurs everything out, but it also adds like a little bit more correction because it is a bit tinted. I use, I think, Fair Light. This month has been not great for my powders. I broke this one as well as my Pat McGrath Blurring Under Eye Powder. Although that one wasn't really my fault. I blame my cat, but still I left it on the edge of a counter, so should have known better. Now I'm switching to a bigger brush. This is a Royal & Langnickel Balm 125 brush. and I'm gonna use that to set my forehead. Yeah, and a little bit in the center of my cheeks because I'm not going to be using that many cream products right in there. And whatever's left on my chin. We need to bronze up my face, and to do so I picked out this one. I felt like a powder bronzer today. This is the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Inda Sun powder bronzer. I didn't want to go in with something darker because my skin is looking a little bit light today. I didn't want it to be so obvious. I didn't want my bronzer to be super contrasted, just a little bit more natural. And I'm using my Moda blending fan brush to apply this. Gets the job done real quick. And just for funsies, I spotted this in my collection. This is the Kosas soft bronze in the shade Light. I know this isn't like a super pigmented bronzer, but I thought it'd be nice to add some more luminosity. And I haven't used this in way too long. I kind of forgot about it, so I want to revisit it while I have the opportunity to do so. Just adds a little bit more of a skin-like sheen. I kind of blew out the application of my bronzer today just because I wanted it to cover more of a surface area to mimic an actual bronze. So I'm kind of hitting the tops of my cheekbones just to kind of hit the areas that the skin naturally gives me a nice little kiss. And now to highlight, I'm going to be using my Trinny London Candlelight highlighter. I miss this. This is one of the prettiest highlighters. It's very natural. Like, it feels like nothing when you're applying it, but it does a lot. And it looks like glass. And it's a really nice fuss-free one. I find that this applies really nicely over powder products as well, if you accidentally apply powder before you go in with your creams, but it just applies really easily. It just melts right in, and it just looks fantastic every time. Now for my blush, I wanted to have like a nice soft pink blush. So I saw this one. This is the Rose Ink Heliotrope. I haven't used this one much, but it looks like a perfect color for the vibe I was going after. I accidentally swatched it over the highlighter, but there it is on its own. Yeah, see, it's kind of cute. I'm going to be applying that with my Aqua Beauty angled foundation brush, and I'm just gonna pat off the excess in the palm of my hand just in case if it's a little too pigmented, but I think it's gonna be perfect. And I'm kind of applying that over my highlighter and over the bronzer touch. I just wanted everything to mesh really nicely into one another. Just gonna take whatever's left on the brush and just pat it around my nose. Ooh, okay, I think my skin is turning out really nice. I really like the skin finish, and all of these products are looking cute together. I'm just going to pop off camera to do my brows and prime my lids real quick, and I'll be right back. Before we move on to eyes, I feel like this is an extra step that is needed. I want to use my little Freck to add some faux freckles. I'm so happy I did that. So now, starting with my eyes, I'm going to apply a really nice base color. I'm going to be just using a boring neutral brown. You can go in with a colorful shade if you'd like. I've been really inspired by my Pinterest board recently. I'll insert some of the photos I'm going to be taking inspiration from, but I'm going to be using this M Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to just be using this color all over the lid as well as underneath my eyes. This is so pretty on its own as well. I love that shade all over, but I'm going to spice it up using some of the About Face eye paints. I have various shades, so I'm first going to start off with the lighter green, Everything Now, and I'm going to scoop some on the back of my hand, kind of like a little artist's palette. And I'm going to be using this Huda Beauty Eye Artist Liner. It's a really nice liner brush. It came out with the Color Block collection. You can get similar brushes like at the art store. I'm going to create kind of like a little C on the outer part of my eye. I just try to tap the excess off of a cream. That's not gonna work. and I'm going to do a little C in the inner corner. Wiping the excess off of the brush just so I can get like a soft beginning and end to this. And I just spotted this, which I want to apply on top of what I just have done. This is the Danessa Myricks Waterproof Cushion Color in the shade Electric Sun. I want to see if this works out. On their own, these are very sheer, but I have a feeling that this is going to look cool right on top of this. Might accentuate it even more. I'll try in the inner corner first. Ooh. Oh yeah, that totally amped it up a lot. And I just dunked my brush straight into the little cushion. Now I'm going to crack open the yellow, which is the shade Incoming. Going to do the same thing, add a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to add little dots. I'm going to put one right above where this finishes, one right beside it, and another right there, so it's kind of floating. Now I'm going to do the same thing down here. I have a little crease there, so I'm just going to follow there. I always get kind of carried away with these types of looks because I start having so much fun. I'm now going to crack open these two pinks and I'm going to kind of mix the two. I'm going to use a majority of the lighter shade on Pointe, and I'm going to add a little bit of La Zona Rosa. Kind of get a softer pink like that. I'm going to add a little triangle out here. I'm really happy with that, but I want to take it a step further because I'm having too much fun. I'm going to grab my Makeup Forever Star Lit Glitter in the shade 106. This has a really nice green reflect to it. I'm just going to dampen a brush with some setting spray. This was the first one I could grab. And I'm going to pat that in the center here. And I'm going to also place that in the inner corner with a smaller brush. I need more precision with that. And here are the eyes all finished with just the eyeshadow and eyeliner. I just realized that I looked down. I'm gonna have to fix that. I have like 6 dots now down there. I'm just going to fix that real quick as well as apply some mascara and I'll be... And here are the eyes all finished. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I personally love them. I feel so good at these types of looks. They're so fun to create. Ooh, I wanna do more like this in the future. Let me know if you'd like to see more things like this. But now let's move on to the lips. I'm going to be applying one of my favorite lip combos as of late. So I'm first going to line my lips up with the Subculture lip pencil from MAC, which is kind of like a pinky-ish leaning liner. And I kind of do more of a blurred out lip line, and I spread it a little bit more into the center of my lip than I would normally. And it's easier to get kind of a blurred look when your pencil is pretty dull. And then I top it with the Laura Mercier Lip Glacé in the shade Rosé. It's really pretty. I really like it because it's been suiting a lot of the looks I've been doing recently, and it just kind of fades away. Like, it looks put together, but it doesn't distract from everything else, especially if you want more focus to be up here. And here is the final look in its entirety. What do you guys think? I am feeling pretty good about myself. I feel really confident. I love the little funkier details. I think they're so fun. I want to do a lot of this summer, that's for sure. But before I head out, I just wanted to say another huge thank you to Belif for sponsoring today's video. If you want to check out the True Cream Aqua Bomb Sunscreen, I'll have a link in the description leading you to this guy. But that's going to be it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give this video a like. I will also make sure to link all the products I used in today's video in the description down below, so feel free to check that out. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!